All right, welcome in everybody. Season 11, week 10 of BearCave. It's about that time. It's starting to talk about bowl season, the playoff committee, which starts today. So playoff rankings do start this week. Welcome in. If you can hear me, let me know. If you don't know what the SFA, this is an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You can recruit, set depth charts, set playbooks, sports bet, play fantasy football in the universe. So if you want to join, check out our descriptions. We also just dropped a new channel trailer. If you haven't seen it yet, take a look. Has some of the best plays in SFA history. I thought it was pretty cool. We are affiliated, so if you ever do watch these streams live, there will be ads. If you want to use a Twitch Prime or subscribe, that's greatly appreciated. And all funds do go to funding Nick's National Championship Trophy this season. Also, one more announcement for today is I have something that I can't get away from coming up tonight. So I was able to push it off until after I'm able to do recruiting and player cards. But anything after that, so like the maps I normally do or TCS Fantasy, that kind of stuff, will wait for tomorrow. But I didn't have to cancel a game day or anything. It's just some stuff will come out a little later than normal. But let me know. Okay, so sounds good. Sweet. So we can go ahead and get started. But everything should go on normal, rankings and all that stuff and recruiting. But let's get into BearCave here, week 10. We do have some new people here, and this is a game that I thought could have been potentially game day, but Wyoming, he did lose his coach, or not his coach. He lost his quarterback for a couple of weeks here, so Wyoming, it's going to be tough. Coach Wynn, if you are here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Or it's just kick or receive because you're at home. But we're going to jump right on in here. All right, Wyoming at home. I believe we will see Perry Potts, but it will be a backup. Oh, Win, welcome in. Let me know if you want to kick or receive. Okay, he wants to kick. Perfect. Hoping for... Oh, also Cal lost, so some crazy upsets today. Wackiness in the Sun Belt, a weird triple overtime game between A&M and Ole Miss. Couple others, but definitely a weird week. This could be a week of upsets. The undefeateds who are on bye weeks are probably thanking their schedule makers. Cal lost to a 2-6 Oregon State team. Pretty rough. Luckily, they were my 4th ranked team in the Sickos Analytics article, so I don't look like too much of an idiot. All right. And there's Alton Jackson, the 7-foot safety. All right, so no opportunity to pick, kick, or receive. But we're jumping into BearCave here, baby. All right. So first quarter of the first BearCave game, New Mexico takes an early lead. This is kind of what I kind of saw coming after the Warfield injury. This night may not be a pretty day at home for Wyoming. Let's see if they can at least make it competitive, though. That's why there was a big spread on this game as well. But, hey, okay, they added a field goal right before half. They are still within range here. All right, defense starts to show up. Ooh, looks like a turnover there, and this one might be nearing the end. Wait a second. Okay, they don't get the 2-point conversion. Can we see a miracle for Wyoming? They do. Okay, so a 5-point game here. 2 minutes left. And a 4th down. And a nice little return there. All right, here we go. Wyoming, can they mount an 18-point comeback? I know it's Ike Riggs under center, but you got Perry Potts in the backfield. Down by 5. Can Wyoming do something incredible at home? And we're running clock here for Wyoming. An interesting strategy, to say the least. All right, they're just handing it off with Perry Potts. They trust the offense here. Perry Potts for 4. Plenty of time, still 3 timeouts, a full minute here. Can still run their offense. All right, and he's yamming it deep, and he is incomplete. The receiver did not even look for it. One thing I've noticed from Wyoming is that they don't really have any good receivers. That might be something Coach Wind wants to focus on in recruiting. Get Andre Warfield some targets out there. That guy didn't even think, it didn't even look like he thought the ball was coming to him. So 3rd and 6, they do dump that off. They pull a Florida and just pull a button hook. Jay Jettas, if you're watching, you are seeing flashbacks in your nightmares. Also, game day today is South Carolina and Arkansas. Got a little hype graphic for you, some old style logos. I really love the old style Arkansas logo. And then got a couple 5 stars today, 2 5 stars. Thrash Daniels and Tank Briggs. As we are now inside a minute, Wyoming is still driving. 1st and 10, Riggs with the play action fake, and he's yamming it, and oh, he missed him. Oh, open receiver in the end zone, and he just flat out overthrew him. Oh, man, if only we saw Andre Warfield here. That would have been incredible. Hands off to Perry Potts up the middle. He gets a nice little 4 yards. Third and 6. 50% on 3rd down. Lots of them today. Plenty of time. Time is not a factor. He floats that one. Oh, my. And that was not a good pass. Last season we saw on, I think it was BearCave, but we saw Ike Riggs throw a pick 6 to UNLV last year on BearCave. So 4th and 6, here is the game. Fakes the handoff. Over the middle, wide open man. Inside the 5, 37 seconds. Ryan Medlock, fresh set of downs. Oh boy, things are heating up. Can New Mexico get that goal line stand? Are they going to trust Perry Potts? They do. He hands it up the middle, and he goes down. Time is running. 38 carries today for Potts. Holy hell. And they're not even going to run a play, so down to 3rd down. So you got 24 seconds. You got 2 chances. So time on the clock does not matter at all. It only matters for New Mexico at this point if they want or if they need time. High formation. They're going to throw it. Free rusher, and he's sacked. Oh, my. A complete breakdown on the offensive line, and they're hurrying it up. Last play of the game, it seems. Riggs. He's on the run. He throws it over the middle. Incomplete, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Oh, no. Wyoming cannot get it done today. And that sack secured it. So unless we get a scoop and score or something. Look at Alton Jackson, the 7-footer. My God, if he can tee off. Tough one for you, Coach Wind, but I still think a bowl game is definitely within your reach. And that is the game. New Mexico survives. They've dominated this division for years at this point. They have 2 straight appearances in the Mount West Championship, but they haven't won one yet. And that is a New Mexico no cover, a 6.5-point spread, only 5 points. TC strikes again. All right, next up is we have Georgia Tech and Pittsburgh. So, Mike, let me know heads or tails or receive. Since you're the away team, you get the preference. A nice little comeback for heads and receive. All right. Nice little comeback for Wyoming, but they just couldn't get it done, and that's why Ike Riggs is not the starter. All right. Let's just take a look at the stats real quick. Yeah, man, 28-10 at 1 point. 2 Potts goal line runs, and he just could not get it done here. Rushing for Potts. And then let's just check Alton Jackson's stats here. 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, a deflection. All right, let me make sure I get my... Gotta get my players of the week. Good luck with your testing win. Sorry that the game didn't turn out as expected. But hey, at least we got to see some gameplay. All right. Where is it? All right. So next up, Georgia Tech at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they still have a chance to claw back into this division. Georgia Tech, too. Loser of this is pretty much eliminated from having any real success this season outside of a bowl game. So this division is wide open. Pittsburgh, a brutal loss last week to Virginia in the Sickos game of the week. The number 2 rush offense you'd think would be Georgia Tech, but no, Pittsburgh has been running it down people's throats all season long. SFA player. Okay, Moon, you beat Duke by 1 point, my guy. Yeah, it's wide open to me. Except Duke has been very good this year. They keep losing by like 1 score to a shitload of teams. They're like Nebraska last year. Ton of losses, but all by like 1 score, like a positive differential at like 4-8 or something. I don't know if that's true. That's just what it feels like. They definitely play up to their opponents, even though they don't do well. All right, so we got heads and receive for Georgia Tech. All right. Can Georgia Tech finally get a win on BearCave? First quarter. We're back here for like the 3rd week in a row with the tiny logo as Georgia Tech takes an early lead, 10 points. Oh, boy. And it looks like another red zone failure, but they get one back on the board. Lots of blue today, lots of running the ball. And they score right before halftime, so 17-14. A lot of close games today, and a quick touchdown as Pittsburgh does take the lead. And they extend it to 8 points. So still a 1-point game. Oh, and they tie it up. Schroeder to Blackburn ties it up. I'm just going to go one play at a time. I don't want to miss like a... I don't want to miss jumping in or anything. So Georgia Tech does have the ball here. They take a couple costly penalties, and it's going to be a 4th down. But they go for it, and they get it. Ward's up the middle, the fullback. Mike, let me know that's the B-back today. And they score a touchdown here right before we jump in. All right, 2 minutes and 11 seconds for Pittsburgh. Just like last week, they need a drive to win the game. Or this time, at least tie it up. So let's see. Can Joseph get it done? We got Montgomery here. No, that's Lance McCoy. All right, so maybe we got an injury for Ty Montgomery this week. That is definitely not a good sight. And DJ St. Julian, did he get the touchdown? Oh, boy, we got a little Wildcat going here. Lance McCoy again. Unfortunately, they're probably going to hurry it up now and stay in the Wildcat. Yep. So we're going to stay in the Wildcat. Let's see how this works out for him. Man in motion. They're just going to run the same play again. And Georgia Tech locks that up. Reggie Givens, the freshman. So 4th down and 7 now. Okay, but he has to tell me what he wants to pick for the toss. Joseph, and that's behind the sticks, and that's going to be a turnover. Now, they still have 3 timeouts, so all hope is not necessarily lost here for Pittsburgh. Georgia Tech still has to get a first down. Sweet Schroeder, Wards. They hand that one off. That's, I'm not sure which of the many guys. Naquan Brown on the tackle. 2nd and 9 now. You wanted some triple option. We got it for you here today. Handoff, Todd Ward's up the middle, SFA player, and he gets stuffed again. Rafi Spriggs, the SFA player, on the tackle. In-game recruit. Looks like they're going to be sticking. They're not going to try to throw for it. Man in motion. Fakes it. Triple option. He doesn't get the pitch off. Marco Schroeder, -2 yards. So Pittsburgh will get the ball back. Yep, they are punting it. All right, great start to BearCave today. We got multiple games that we get to watch here. Oh, and wait. Oh, I thought that punt was going to drop. Oh, my. That punt looked dangerous. My heart stopped for Pittsburgh right there. All right, spread out. Hopefully no more Wildcat here. They get a first down. Paul Gore, 12 yards. You got to hurry it up. No Ty Montgomery, it seems, for the rest of the game. Got to find Gene Dangus, the #1 recruit from a few years ago, the SFA player. Can he come through? It looks like to the tight end now, and another first down, Brandon Davis. .35 seconds left. No timeouts. Joseph gets that off again to the tight end. He gets out of bounds, but they say the clock is running. Ooh, I don't know about that call. He wasn't going backwards out of bounds, so I think that is a rough call. They are just going to run the spike here, but that bled about 10 seconds off. I do not like that call from the referees. Let them decide it on the field. All right, 3rd and 6 here, 18 seconds left. Probably like to get a few yards closer for a potential Hail Mary. They did get the first down there, so that is huge. So they now have one more play before they need to start taking shots to the end zone. They are just going to spike this one. No, they're oh my God, a couple seconds. Ricardo Joseph didn't get everyone set in time, so 3 seconds off the clock. Really doesn't matter. I think you're calling a couple Hail Marys here anyways. So you have a few shots at the end zone now. Hopefully that's what they decide to do. Otherwise, they have to get a first down or out of bounds. Ricardo Joseph, and he's sacked from behind. Josh Robinson on the sack, and that's going to end the game. Chandler Jones and Dick Tater were causing havoc, and Robinson got through to end the game. And Georgia Tech secures the win, and I believe that gets them back to 500. Another heartbreaking loss for Pittsburgh on a final drive. Back-to-back weeks. And hopefully Jaws Patterson next season can bring a little bit better quarterback play. Feel like a lot of those plays were Joseph's fault. There's Mr. Dictator, number 97. Yeah, I'm excited for the Jaws Patterson era for sure. All right, Todd Ward's touchdown. Gene Dangus, Joseph Bush, and then Williams with that game-winning touchdown. Schroeder. St. Julian, leading receiver on the team. You love to see it. And then the defense, Dictator, 2 tackles for loss. Josh Robinson got the sack. Chandler Jones didn't really do much. Nickel Boone. So, doesn't look like any interceptions really or anything. And let's check their offense. Ricardo Joseph. Yeah, Montgomery only had 2 rushes this entire game. Must have gotten injured here. Hopefully, it's not a long one. Gene Dangus, though, he showed out. Omar Bush having a decent game. And then on defense, Lacobe Dean, SFA player, 2 tackles for loss. Spriggs, 8 tackles. So all the SFA players playing pretty well here. All right, and players of the game. All right. So next up we have, oh boy, we got Buffalo and Eastern Michigan. I believe the only other undefeated team playing today. The other one did go down. So will the upsets continue? We got Pinhead with tails and kick. The mighty 81 overall Buffalo Bulls. Can they keep it rolling? Eastern Michigan got embarrassed last week at home. Can they refine the stride that they found earlier in the season? Yeah, Cal lost today to Oregon State. But BearCave really hasn't been too many surprises. New Mexico won. Then Georgia Tech upset Pittsburgh. I guess that's an upset. So we are on the gray turf here. Can Eastern Michigan do what the other Michigans couldn't? Central Michigan played them close. And then, what did he also say? I knew it was tails, but did you say receive? No, he said kick. Okay. All right, Buffalo Bulls. What's going to happen today? Is Eastern Michigan going to show up and put up a fight here? So, really nothing to start. Buffalo, quick touchdown in the first. All right, early 7-0 lead. Really nothing doing. This is a super low scoring today. Wait, they do score, though, right before the quarter. So 7-7. Looks like we got a defensive match today. Buffalo adds a touchdown here. They add another one. Can Eastern Michigan find a way to battle back here? They're going to need to stop scoring. So we're going back to just like a defensive game, and now it's a 3-score game, so this one is likely over. Eastern Michigan just can't find any offense, and that is going to be the game. Super boring game there. Paulo Ames with a run. Paulo Ames. So Pinhead whining to me about Paulo Ames not scoring. I don't know what to tell you. No touchdowns today for Arch. He had 1 interception. So they held him down pretty well. Paulo Ames finally has a nice one returning from the injury. Decker is the leading receiver. No Ty Schultz in terms of yardage. And then you've got 3 sacks for Chris King. Matt Allen with a sack. Damn, 6 sacks total. So defense was just getting home all day. And then a interception for Pat Robertson. And George Jordan gets another interception. Oh. Pinhead, what is my tier for Tutty Tally? I forgot to do it. but there's still time. Let's see. I got the tight end right. So 1 running back and 1 wide receiver. Okay, Pin. So here we go. We've got games remaining, right? All right. Tell me in the chat, though, if like I used them before. Give me Johnson for Florida, the running back, Eric Johnson. And then wide receiver, give me Corey Burke for Syracuse. I know I haven't used Burke. I just don't know if I've used Johnson yet or not. All right. Now we've got Michigan State and Michigan. So McNasty here. If you are here, heads or tails, kick or receive. So let me know if you got it. Burke and Johnson are good. Okay. All right, Michigan State. Will we see some McBurnfinger action for the first time this season? Oh, no, I didn't get the Players of the Week. Well, didn't get them for the Buffalo game. That's all right. You saw their stats. That's all that matters. It was Apollo Ames, probably. Hampfey in real life just transferred to Oklahoma. Can Michigan State find a way? It doesn't look like that they have a chance of winning the Big Ten, but they can probably still find themselves into the playoff with 2 losses. He wanted to do it against Toledo. That's what we're going with. All right, so wait, McNasty, did he say it? I thought I saw him say something. Where is his chat? Tails and kick, okay. All right, lost the toss. So you will be, I guess they chose receive. So first quarter here. Big rivalry. 3-0 in the first quarter. McBurnfinger is out there. 10-0. Michigan has not been great the last couple of years. We thought that they might be coming back a little bit, but it seems to be a early bludgeoning for Michigan State. McBurnfinger back there. They may have returned to form. And finally a touchdown for Michigan, so maybe not all hope is lost here. They can score again, and an interception by Kilpatrick. So still a 16-point game, so I cannot watch it. Quick touchdown there, but still a 10-point game, so we are still simming. I'm just going to go one play at a time just in case we find like an onside kick or something. Nope, Hampfey kneels it a couple of times, 4th down. And that's the game. All right, Michigan State gets out of there with a win. Closer than you'd probably want, but McBurnfinger, Bradford Blazer scores. Chad Johnson scores. So all the important players on the offense doing what they do. Yep, touchdowns for both of them. Decent days. Then on the defensive side, you have a sack. Kilpatrick got the interception. McBurnfinger only 4 tackles. Alrighty. So unfortunately nothing too crazy happening yet on BearCave today. Yeah, Calvin, I knew I said it wrong. All right, Sicko's Game of the Week. We got TCU and Kansas State. So, predictions. I mean, we're going to see TCU has been doing really well on defense on BearCave. So, we are going to do Kansas State points. Imagine pinning a comment about Arch Manning. Nobody cares. Kansas State points. Over, under. All right, so TCU has a really bad defense, but on BearCave, they always play extremely well. So is Kansas State going to score over 20.5 points or under 20.5 points? Is TCU going to hold them under 3 touchdowns? Get your Bobanos out. 1 minute. Go, go, go. Kansas State has a new coach. I'm sure picking the under is probably going to get you a little more points. No, somebody just big dicked the under. Now we got somebody equaling on the other side here. So still some time for your picks. TCU versus Kansas State. TCU technically has the better overall team, while Kansas State has the better record. Kansas State is a favorite in this game. So, poll is still going. Sicko's game of the week. You get to see some Anthony Black, Speedy Gonzalez. Still some time to get your choices in there. And remember, we got game day coming up in a little bit. We got some big signings coming today, a middle linebacker and an offensive lineman. Recruits is after game day. Recruits will be actually after the playoff thing, the playoff committee. All right, so let's get started. Mango wants the ball, so we'll just go heads. He didn't say anything. But like I was saying earlier, I did have some stuff come up, so anything after me posting regular player cards today for the next week, so like my maps, TCS fantasy, rankings, or anything like that, will be posted probably tomorrow. But recruits and everything regular is going to be per usual. Who cares about the playoffs? Relevant teams, my guy. Relevant teams. All right, TCU here. He wants tails and he wants the ball. And he's not... Oh, no, you're still going to get the ball. So this is Coach Dingle's first career game. We'll see what he can do. And so far, defense is working it, so the over-betters are kind of shivering in their boots. Wait a second, we got a touchdown for Kansas State. Can they add to it? They add it, 14-7. Now the under-betters are now shitting their pants. More importantly, Mango, he ties it up quickly, though. Oh, boy, this one could come down to the wire. 21-14 as we head to the fourth quarter. They need 7 points. They are up by 2. So now it's up to the defense. Can they do it? TCU's running away with it now. But can Kansas State score? Is Kansas State going to do it, or did I give another great line? All right. One minute, 14 seconds left. I don't know who has the ball. It is Kansas State. So, a lot of money on the line here. Can they convert? No, they can't. So, the under goes through. TCU wins and the under converts, which I think was a very risky pick to pick the under there. But enjoy that money, boys. All of Zach's bananas gone. Xavion Luvu, the SFA player, scored. They scored 14 and then 38 unanswered for TCU. My God, they got a fumble recovery for a touchdown. So, some nice play from Anthony Black. I did pick him for fantasy, so hopefully that goes through. If you did pick Speedy Gonzalez 2 for 29, that's not going to get it done. My fantasy should be popping off considering I picked Chet Doge. All right, let's get these players of the game. And then before we go over to the right side of the game, the big boy games, we'll sim my game because I keep forgetting it. All right, Western Kentucky, please don't ruin my life. Okay, good. Another good win. Another Heisenberg touchdown, baby. Vanilla Vic scores 2. Everyone's scoring today. Yes, sir. Hold up. Let's just hold on. Game summary. Here we go. All right. So we got Vanilla Vic. Oh boy. Hopefully that's not an injury. Oh no. Hopefully that's not an injury. Hopefully these are just backups coming in. Heisenberg. Another big W. Psst, pinstripe. Pinstripe. 49-14 is better than 31-7. Sorry, had something in my throat. All right. Next up, let's see. Let me get my BearCave open. Ooh, a Cyrillax sighting. Welcome, Chet Doge. Got that dog in him. Absolutely, that man is insane. I know he put up a shitload of fantasy points. I mean, Western Kentucky, how can you say that's a cupcake? 500 team, you know, not a cupcake. 6-2, whatever, right? But, all right, Illinois and Minnesota. To a lot of people, anyone not in the SEC is a cupcake, right? So, all right, Flame. 99 or Flame, heads or tails, kick or receive. We got a big J Jettas versus Flame matchup here. Oh, Mango. I want a bowl game against you, baby, and to just dominate you like 63-10. All right, Minnesota coming off of, both of these teams really coming off really rough game days. Illinois got bitched by Ohio State, and then Minnesota got bitched by Florida. So we'll see what Flame can do. He wants head and kick. All right, can Slade Roden bounce back? That's the real question. Illinois bounced back really well last week. Can they keep the truck rolling? This game has massive division implications, and we got a true Big Ten game coming in. We've got a defensive matchup here, and 7-3. Can somebody score before half? Illinois does. All right, so a 2-score lead headed into the second half. Minnesota, they just can't finish a drive today. Goddamn. All right, Minnesota finally gets back on the board here. And they once again extend the lead. We cannot jump in. Once again, an interception, and Bracken is in. All right, so a Slade Roden injury. Potentially ruining this game. We are going to go one play at a time, though. 3rd and 19. Bracken throws it away. You love to see that. And some negative yard rushes here. Can Minnesota figure out something? We don't jump in. It's still a 2-score game. 5-yard penalties and incompletions, and that it will likely end the game. No good. All right, so the field goal is no good. Still a tiny chance, I guess, and that's going to be the game. That game just was disgusting right there. Holman got a touchdown. Holman got 2. Let's go. Holman got 3. Davis Holman. So, Samari Collier. Slade Roden played about half the game. Didn't really do much. He got sacked 3 times, though. Bailey couldn't get the rushing going. Big game for Jude Abraham. You love to see that. Really glad I didn't pick Kim Metal, J Jettas. Come on now. Defensive-wise, Irby with 16 tackles, 6 TFLs, and 1 sack. He was putting the defense on his back today. Iceberg Cave as well. God damn. All right, now let's check out Illinois here. Samari Collier. You got Allstott for 82. Hallman, 3 tutties. Pee Wee Hop getting involved as well. Pancake. Putting out pancakes. Got a sack from Vince Wilfork. Maurice Tompkins did nothing. And Beard. Cool. 0 for 2 on field goals today, though. So Illinois kind of choking that. All right, now we get into some big matchups. You got Syracuse and Clemson coming up next. I wouldn't say any crazy games results happening on BearCave quite yet. Pretty much all as expected or within, you know, regular happenings. J Jetta's just another rough game. I think Slade is probably the answer, just not immediately. I think a lot of rookie quarterbacks, you're going to have a lot of those growing pains. All right, Syracuse and Clemson. This is a big one. Number 10, number 17. Likely whoever wins this game gets a big jump in the rankings today. Obviously, 1 loss. I would expect to see the winner here kind of being the trophy bearer for the ACC going down the stretch, so they would probably get a top 10 ranking. So Syracuse and Clemson. Syracuse stifled that Virginia team on game day. We haven't seen much from Clemson this year. Per usual, though, heads and kick for CPU games. And this one's going to be a fun one. Come on, I just need a touchdown from Corey Burke, and then we can just... I don't care anything else that happens in this game. So 7-6, Syracuse defense, once again, they're really good in the red zone, it seems, stopping teams for field goals or turnovers on downs, but Clemson does have the lead at half. And Syracuse takes a 1-point lead. Field goals lose games, but Clemson battles back, does get the 2-point conversion there. But Syracuse ties it right up. We have a good game brewing here and an immediate field goal. So now 3 minutes left. We're going to start going play by play. Can Syracuse get it done? They're a team that's in the past couple of years have had massive, they've had some just massive expectations in the SFA. They haven't really lived up to the hype. Looks like they just turned the ball over there, so they need a stop now, and they're going to run a QB draw. It breaks a tackle. Well, Clemson can now consider that Georgia Tech loss a quality loss because you're 500, so, you know. Hands it off, that's Shipley up the middle, and he gets brought down. What a tackle, especially up high. So 4th and 20 now, so Syracuse will get the ball back. They'll have 1 timeout left. You don't see that too often. Will Shipley getting brought down up high. And, oh my God. All right, so Syracuse, lots of SFA players on this offense. Their top 3 receivers are actually SFA players. You got Corey Burke, Kelvin Benjamin, and then you also have Charlie Heaton. In the backfield, you got Dexter McCluster. He is a #1 BearCave reward player from a few years ago. And then you also got senior SFA quarterback DeAndre Wilkinson. So can they get this done? And that's a bad throw from DeAndre, as that was almost picked. And not to mention they have perennial team of the year left tackle Fergus Sinclair, big old number 78 right there. They also got Ronald Jones Jr. on the other side, right tackle. So a pretty much full SFA offense here. Obviously, there's a reason they're 7-1. But can they avoid an upset? Clemson, 1 year removed from a national championship. 3rd and 10. They hand it off. Dexter McCluster, and he gets smoked. And Sean Lambert up the middle just obliterated him, and they got to go for it now. Dexter McCluster. And, I mean, what do you post in the server? Like, everyone's saying he's McGritty or whatever. Like, I don't know. I've seen nothing that said he's McGritty other than he's saying okay one time. So I got to see what's going on there. And handoff to Shipley, and he finds some room, and that's going to be a 1st down. Will Shipley gets it done. And now we just got to kneel it out. We are going to watch him kneel it out. All right, yeah, I saw his message, so yeah, he can get banned. Yeah. That shit's fucking annoying, these alts, because 1, you know you're gonna get banned. 2, you're just causing a shitload of work for me for no reason. I just spent, like, you know, I spent the time getting his budget, I spent the time putting him on our contract thing, I spent time adding him to all the recruiting sheets, I spent time adding his stupid ass playbooks, I spent like time in DMs explaining to him how the system worked. I explained, like, I put a shitload of time into every single coach here, and for people just to have alts like that shit is super fucking frustrating. Fuck that kid, man. All right, well, Clemson gets it done. So, in the spirit of saying fuck alts, fuck Dame, we got a Charlie Heaton touchdown. Wait a second, did Heaton just screw me? Yes, Corey Burke scored. Pinhead, Corey Burke scored. I'm halfway there, baby. I'm popping off in a Tutty Tally this year. It's my only chance at getting a reward. And it's just budget, so it doesn't really matter. But Charlie Heaton is playing out of his mind. 5 more pancakes for Fergus. Per usual, David Young with a sack. Massive. Dewey Deeks. We got Shipley here. Stiletto. Bilbo Birkins, SFA player, gave up a sack. All right. Yeah, a lot of close games this week. That's what we like to see. All right, we haven't really seen anyone do anything, though. No game results have changed from games we watched. So we haven't seen any clutches yet today. And it's unlikely to start here unless it's a Stanford clutch. Let's be honest, you know. We've got Dogwater here. He's just known for just blowing games. I mean, the dude named his boat after his tragedy in Arizona. So all I need is a kick or receive, Dogwater. If Chelsea knew what a terrible coach Dogwater was, she would roast the fuck out of him. All right, 18 Stanford. This is a big game because this is the lead in the conference. If Arizona can somehow win this game, they would then have the tiebreaker over Stanford, and then it would just come down once again to Arizona and Arizona State and Arizona. So Rick always just sitting there. He is the coach with the highest contract expectations. Man is always there. All right, Dogwater, I need a pick. Receiver kick, buddy. Stop sucking off Gamara pregame. Come on, let's get a pick. Oh, never mind, you didn't win the toss. Never mind. All right, we are back at the site of the Tucson tragedy. 7-0 for Stanford. Oh, God, 14-0. Come on, Gamara. Get back in this. I want to see a good game here. Make it interesting. Stanford 17-0. You got to score before halftime, please, please. All right, there you go. You got a touchdown before half. All right, we're still in this. Long-ass drive for Stanford, but a quick one, a quick response. That's nice. Get another, and they choke. Come on. All right. 3-point game, people. Here we go. Arizona redemption arc comes now. If they can get a fucking stop. Get a stop, you shitters. 4th and inches. They got to stop. And the field goal is good. All right, 6-point game here. Here we go. Arizona, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, 3 timeouts. Is Gamara him, or is he just another Josh Allen? Quick option. He breaks tackle. He gets it off. Rocker, and he doesn't break the tackle. All right, so Gamara broken tackle. I was hoping to see a broken tackle there for Rocker. Dude is insane. Might be the best tackle breaker in the country. Lazard is now at the starting tight end, so he's in motion now. He's no longer in the slot. Going out for a pass. He connects, and that's Majan Wright, the #1 receiver, known for his one-handed spear catch and another few game winners. Time continues to roll. Kyle Powers, SFA player. Watch out for Fork. Oh, my God. Kwiatkowski almost got there. Some SFA players on this defense. You've got Fork, the cornerback, top of your screen, #4. You got Nick Kwiatkowski, the safety, and Kyle Powers in the middle. Gamara dumps that one off. That's Rocker. He stiffies Kwiatkowski. And it's 3rd and inches. God, dude, my life would be complete if Fork got a pick 6 off of Gamara. Please. Fork is probably guaranteed the SFA leader in interceptions right now in his career. Quick option on 3rd down. They get it to Rocker, and he doesn't get there. Rocker gets stuffed. And who was it? I believe that was Kyle Powers on the tackle. 4th and 2. Game on the line. What is the call? They're going to throw it. Dumps it off. That's Wishbone. He stiffies a man. He's still going. The BearCave reward player. 45 seconds left. Down by 6. 1 timeout remaining. 45 seconds. Gamara throwing it again. He dumps that off to the running back. I believe that's the fullback, and Fork gets a big hit on Adam Jackson. Clock is running. You got to hurry this up. They're just going to spike it here. Gamara, 19-33, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, I mean, the Stanford disrespect, it's an inactive user. A lot of people, they don't make it on BearCave all that much, so that's where the disrespect comes from. I can assure you, though, if they win this game, the committee, they will jump. As we yam it deep, and it's picked. No! Dropped! David Wilson can't haul it in, and Arizona lives to fight another day. If Gamara could have just put a little more air on that, that was a touchdown. He had a step. 4th and 7, they need a touchdown. What is the call? Nice pocket. He throws that deep, and it's almost picked again, and that's a turnover on downs. Gamara was looking for Majan right, and he just couldn't get it there. And Stanford may have just escaped. Yeah, Stanford was blending into the field for me there because he was like on the 10, so I didn't even see him. I thought that was a wide open man for a second. So a tough loss at home for for Arizona, but Gamara showing promise. 5-4. This team should make a bowl game, and I would not want to play Arizona. So Stanford now, really, they just have to worry about Arizona State, I think. I think they have a clear path to the Pac-12 championship as long as Arizona State loses, because that's their only loss. So Arizona State just needs to lose one more. So Arizona could gatekeep Arizona State from the championship game. That would be a great one. Down 17-0. I'm really glad Arizona did battle back to make it a game. Pretty much all these games today have been really pretty, at least watchable, you know, pretty close into the second half. The only one that was kind of just a blowout was the Buffalo game. Trey Mason, SFA player, a couple touchdowns. You got Josh Gamara run, a couple of them. Let's check on the stats here. Gamara, once again, no touchdowns or anything. You got Rocker, 2 on the ground, though, for Gamara. And Wishbone kind of got held in check a little bit, 57 yards. Now on defense, Poe Castle got a sack. And Janikowski got a sack. I'm not sure where. Jez, I hate to break it to you. 4 losses, you're not going anywhere. Kyle Powers popped off as well. Yeah, Fork lining up one-on-one with Mike Wishbone. He got the better of him. The Season 7. Probably, I mean, a couple players from Season 7 that have, like, the most popularity in the server is Heimlich, Heisenberg, and Fork. So, I think there might be a couple others. I got to look. It's a big class, but... all right, so final game of BearCave coming in. We got Georgia and Florida. So only 2 SEC games remaining today. The SEC Dick Riders are just loving this week. You got Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Arkansas. I want to make sure everything else is done. They are. All right. Love the Zach write-ups. It's probably my favorite channel right now in the CSPN. He really puts some good work into that stuff. But Georgia or Florida, who wins? There's no spreads or anything. We got Georgia and the Florida Gators, who are coming off a great game day win. Get your Bobanos ready. We need an Eric Johnson touchdown, but with the backup quarterback, or is Ryan McBride going to get back into the top 10? Both these teams at this point, realistically, are locked out of the SEC championship. So the loser of this game has no chance at a playoff, and the winner of this game has, you know, hopes of an at-large. So we don't know what's going to happen. All we know for sure is loser of this game is practically eliminated. So big implications here for the SEC. And, you know, speaking of this situation in the SEC while we wait for the poll, if you guys want to talk in the suggestions channel or whatever, let me know how you feel about if I'm confident that I can figure out a way to edit the conference championship games. Now, there's no way for me to edit schedules to where there's no divisions, but theoretically, I should be able to edit conference championship games to be the top 2 teams in the conference and not Tennessee versus a 6-6 Texas A&M, right? So if you potentially want to be in favor of that change next season, that's something I'm thinking about. If I can do it, let me know. If not, let me know in the suggestions. Once again, I don't know if it's even possible. I have to do some testing once I get to Championship Week on some duplicate files, see if it's possible. But you got to let me know. No, it wouldn't be this season. I'd say I have to test it this season. Well, divisions can't change. I can't, I could edit the divisions, but I can't edit, I can't take them out and do just a full round robin with the championship game. It doesn't work like that. All right. So I'm just going to go with Georgia here. So I don't even know if it's a realistic possibility, because while I'm sure I can edit the game, I don't know if, when I sim the next week, the game would recognize the team as the conference championship, or if it would recognize the team I replaced. You know what I mean? So a lot of testing that would have to go on to consider that change, but it would put the best two teams in each conference in the playoffs. So it would be pretty much the winner of this game versus Tennessee. Yeah, so a lot of bananas. Georgia's kind of fell in a lot of people's ranks despite being a really good team this year. They were, I think, my natty pick with USC, which has not worked out. But winner of this game probably, or for sure, will be the top-ranked 2-loss team. So first quarter here, 7-0 Florida. So maybe the injury made him better. Maybe Carlos Del Rio Wilson wasn't him. Georgia's kind of choking. Ben Reed having a good first half. And right before, field goal good for Doucette. So 14-10. They get a field goal. That was not a touchdown. All right, but they're going to... No, another field goal for Georgia. You can't be settling for field goals in these big games, as now Dick Weed is in. Hold the phone, people. Dick Weed is in. The SFA freshman. So that means Brian McBride got hurt. Oh, boy. Brian McBride is hurt, at least for this game. Please, Dick Weed. Let me see some Dick Weed action, please. No! Fuck Florida. Why are they doing well? Down by 9. It is not one possession. And 4th and 30 for Dick Weed. What are you doing, dude? You should have gone to Tulsa. Georgia sniped him in the offseason. And there's a touchdown by Eric Johnson. Never mind, Pinhead. I love Florida. Let's go. Let's go. I just converted tier 7 on my first try. And last-second picks because I choked. Let's go, as Florida is showing why they are insane. All right, so Florida making a big case now. You got, it was a decent game in the first half. Is Ben Reed him? You got 2 touchdowns for Johnson here late. So Dick Weed, who, Fink really wanted to go to Kansas. Broussard, the SFA player, got a touchdown here. Lorenzo Pines didn't do much. This is tight end U for SFA players. Taylor Sockrider, the freshman who was supposed to go to Georgia Southern. 6 tackles for him. All right, now let's see how Ben Reed did. 3-1 junior Ben Reed, showing why he is a crazy man. Eric Johnson probably still going to be in the Heisman combo, even though I don't think he has a chance at winning. Defense, Roman Mills got in the game. He got 5 tackles. Mills' illegitimate son. And there you have it. All right. So that's going to wrap up BearCave. I mean, that was a wild ride. A lot of gameplay, but not a lot happening in that gameplay. The defense kind of took over this week. when the defense needed stops, they got them. So with that, BearCave is going to end. Now, we are going to look at next week's game. Next week's games. Now, there is not going to be a game day vote this week. Reason why is because I'm not leaving it up to you idiots to mess up the voting. Because this game, where is it? This is game day. It's likely 2 versus 3. Iowa State versus Baylor. 2 big dogs. This is Flames' old team versus Ron. This will be game day, hands down. It's happening. But let's go through the rest of the schedule here. You've got Arizona State at Washington, which is going to be a huge game. You got East Carolina, Charlotte, probably one of my harder games remaining before I face likely Cincinnati. Georgia Tech takes on Miami. This is going to be a massive one. Look at those conference records. Arizona takes on Harps. JSOW takes on Florida Atlantic. Kansas State, Texas Tech. Tennessee takes on Mississippi State. That's going to be a snoozer. TCU, Kansas. This is going to be a fun one. Hopefully Minnesota can get back on track. Georgia State versus Southern Miss. Toledo and Buffalo. This is going to be another big one. Missouri, Colorado. This is another big one. So we kind of got some. This is a natty rematch. So some massive games coming down the pipe this week. Oh, baby. This is going to be a fun week for sure. Texas A&M against Oklahoma should be fun. Western Michigan, Central Michigan. Ball State with a surprising win today. Virginia taking on North Carolina. Another big one. There's like 4 or 5 teams that have a chance of winning that division. USC, Alabama. That's a fun brand one. Oh, this is another fun one. Syracuse and Boston College. Boston College, I believe, has the path to winning the division because Clemson lost to Georgia Tech. 2 teams that just got upset by complete shitters. California and Oregon. We'll see how far California drops. I'm not sure what the other committees are going to be thinking about. Also, as a reminder to committee members, if you are watching here, Iowa, Illinois is going to be fun. Do not discuss anything with the server in your thoughts on rankings or where someone's going to be ranked while we're not in the committee room. You can talk about anything after, but it just creates lots of problems if you're talking about, oh, we're going to rank this team top 5. Oh, no, they're going to be outside top 10. And then if our rankings say something different, then it's going to be something. So don't talk for committee members. You know, whatever. But game day's ending. As always, it's going to take me about 5-10 minutes to get game day set up. And then we will be ready to go. I'll be back.